Hi there, I'm Amar, and welcome to another episode of Life Unscripted with me, Amar Delon, where we have real conversations and unscripted journeys. We're recording from Empire Podcast Studio, where the quality that you see is the quality that you get. So let us help you broadcast your podcast today. Today, we have our first international guest. International, as in like our Asian neighbors. These are, I would say, they were my teachers at one point in time. they taught me how to dance. There's a whole story behind it, but I'll let them tell you the story. So let's welcome John, Robert, and Jilly Enriquez, right? Yes. Hey, how are you guys?
Hey.
How are you? Okay. So let's talk about dancing, guys. I never thought I could dance, and I never wanted to dance. So the reason I started dancing was my late wife was a dancer. Like Filipinos, you guys are very artistically inclined, singing and dancing, and like I catch my son singing all the time. I'm like, where is he getting this from? Oh yeah, I forgot.
Yeah,
His mom is Filipino.
He's part Filipino.
Yeah. Like he'll just be singing like out of the blue, like what? Why am I hearing this buzzing sound? Like, oh, it's him.
Yeah.
And I'm not the type that belts into song. My son does that, and he can carry a tune. And when I lived there, I realized that's a way of life. So my late wife would always try to get me into dancing, and I'm like, no.
Like most people.
Yes. So after she passed, I got into dancing as a way to remember her, and the whole dance thing was more therapeutic than actual therapy, way cheaper.
Don't say that. Therapy is also. We encourage therapy and exorcism for some.
for some people.
Right, and but dancing, and then the community of dancing is a very nice bunch of people. One of the ladies that I met was this Japanese lady that she used to be a ice skater, and then she broke her legs or something, and then she got into dancing. I forgot her name.
She's not Japanese. She's Filipino. Anna.
Anna.
Right.
She's a math professor.
Wow, yeah.
Yeah,
And,
was
She used to do ballet.
ballet
right.
and ice skating.
Right.
And then
And
as
then-
a way to get back, she started
And so
dancing.
dancing has a lot of these wonderful things that happens with it. So how did you guys get into dancing? John, how did you get into dancing?
She forced me.
I didn't. I
Um,
did not force him.
well,
I
it
just
took
broke his
her.
arm.
Wow.
It took her 3 years to convince me to dance, because like you, it wasn't
Right.
in me to dance.
Right.
And then like going through like these dance socials, I was just sitting in the side. She would dance, and then I decided one time, I said like, oh, I can dance better than him.
Yeah.
And then she said like, okay, try.
Uh-huh.
I've been trying ever since. So
There's photo evidence
Yes.
of his first time.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
but yeah, she started the whole thing.
So how did you get into dancing, Jim?
Backpacking through Europe, and so my first, long story short, so my first Latin club, because in the Philippines, in Cebu there wasn't really any back
No.
then. It was mostly ballroom.
Cebu
and-
Salsa Club is basically you guys, because
Yeah.
when I back then I'm like
Yeah.
salsa. Oh, okay.
I know. But yeah, back then there was only ballroom for if you want a social dance, that's it.
Yeah.
Either ballroom or you're clubbing.
Yeah.
So and then when
Yeah.
that's
The
awesome
party
too.
club.
But it's awesome too, but it has its own place
Right.
in your life, right?
Right.
So
And time.
Yeah. So when I saw it first, I was so amazed. Like, oh, it's not ballroom. It's not this. So it's not as strict. It's more.
What is this?
natural.
Why are they touching each other all the
No,
time?
it's not like that at all. Oh my god. Amar.
No, so that was my impression when I first saw from the looking thing.
Yeah.
I'm like, why these random strangers touching each other look weird to me? And then once I started, I'm like, no, it's not that.
No,
right?
no, it's not touching.
Yeah.
You're leading. It's
Yes.
non-verbal communication
Yeah.
in a respectful way. So there's always
So from the outside perspective, it seems gropey.
no.
No, when to
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
And then once I got it, I'm like, no, this is actually very decent, very respectful.
Yes.
Yes.
And you give the ladies their chance, and there's there's nothing inappropriate
Nothing
about it
is
at
forced.
all.
Nothing at
Yeah.
all,
Yes.
because the moment there is, we always like, okay. So the moment, for example, we always tell our students this, like if they're dancing and then they're feeling in a, like the lead was being inappropriate. This, but as organizers, we tell them like just make eye contact with me and I'll know. And then we put and you know how I do it, like they do that to me, like okay, and then I signal the DJ stop the song,
Right.
or end the song so that they can
Right.
remove themselves, because you know how
Right.
Filipinos are. We're so
Right.
polite. We don't want to
Yes.
hurt feelings, even
Yes.
though we're very uncomfortable. We will
Right.
still say thank you for the
Uh-huh.
wonderful dance.
So, but why dancing? I mean, what is your original academic background, or what is your vocation when you started off? I mean, did you like ever since I was a little girl, I want to grow up and I want to be bachata teacher? Is that
No. Dance was never in the
right?
dance. I think I took ballroom dancing in one semester in university, and I was very bad at it. So it was only like I started dancing literally when I turned 30.
Mm-hmm.
That was it, and no turning back. So after that backpacking trip, I came back and I had this local community which was half locals and the other half were young expats in the who were living in Cebu at that time. And I told them about my experience when I was traveling, and they were like, "Oh yeah, that's totally normal." Like, huh? What? It's normal where you're from? And then
Right.
they all come from different countries and cities, and like, yeah, everybody always has that. Like,
So
it's,
in Europe, that's a common thing.
yeah, it's common. And then they said, yeah, it's very normal. I'm like, oh, how come we don't have it here? And they were like, yeah, why don't we have it here? So
Right.
that's how it started. Just basically me, two other people who were dancers, and they were the one who was basically like guiding me. Oh, this is salsa. This is how you do it. And then two people who would. So you know how it started, right? We did like a guerrilla,
Guerrilla style.
guerrilla style
Takeover.
takeover. So we would go to an empty bar that one of my friends would know. We would go there, order drinks, but back then we don't have a laptop. Order drinks, and then we'd say like, oh, it's only us here. We'd like to stay longer. Can we plug our laptop in? And I'm like, yeah, sure. So that's how it started. So me, two people who would actually dance, and then two people to buy drinks at the bar, so they would keep us playing. That's how it started. And it just started growing, and people started hearing about it. It was always been half local and half from the
Right. The expat.
Travelers. Yeah.
travelers, because they're the ones who know what it is, and then they understood what it was we're trying to do. So that's how we started.
Right. So how has that journey been so far?
Oosh.
Whoosh.
Lots of ups and downs.
Yeah, but it's
fun.
it's a
been
good
fun.
learning experience. We always take away like the positive from everything that happens. So we've grown, like from how we started as organizers, as dancers, as forced teachers in the beginning to what we have now. So and we will still continue to grow.
Right.
So
Okay.
always interesting.
So what has been your dance conquest around the world? I mean,
Wow,
terms of
conquest.
around the
Good.
That's
Yeah.
heavy.
because you guys travel, right? You go to KL, you go
Yeah.
other parts of the world. Hong Kong,
Not anymore though.
Mm.
So when we started dancing, we haven't really traveled around
There's no time.
because
No
we were
time.
busy
Yep.
growing the
Growing the
communi-
scene, the
growing
local
the
scene.
Right.
community and our full-time jobs.
Mhm.
So it was that balancing both. So the travel part kind of
Die down a little bit.
yeah. Suffered. So we would only go to like a festival in Asia once in a while, or here, the one in KL annually, and then to other countries as well. Or just visit other countries for social dancing just to get a refresh. Because sometimes when you're in like your community for the longest time, and then this
You
is
get
what you're used
stale
to.
a
Yeah, you
little
get
bit.
stuck.
Yeah, so always good to go to others to see what they're doing, see what's different. So
Okay. So what is the plan for Cebu Salsa Club the next 2 years? Where do you see yourself growing? How do you see yourself growing?
did we discuss this?
No, because I personally, when I
Yeah.
saw you guys, right, we were like growing quite fast. You was at waterfront, and then you had the IT park, and then you went to the knapsack, and it was in Maya. So it was like, wow, these guys are growing.
So a
Yeah.
lot of different places have been contacting us, like getting us to set up events for them, private events, parties.
Yeah.
Now we're pushing for like our big event again, like our festival. So that's bringing in international artists from
Like a
other
Cebu
countries.
Bachata Festival.
No.
No. We call it the Cebu SBKZ International Festival. So
Okay.
it's grown from salsa. It grew. We added bachata, then we added kizomba, and now we're doing zouk. So now we're doing four different dances.
SBKZ,
yeah.
So now we're doing 4 dances. So that's the festival.
So you
It's
guys
just-
started that festival, or you?
Yes. It used to be called Cebu Beach Festival because we wanted to be different. But we realized later on that it doesn't really align with what we were trying to do. Yes, we
Right.
can still market it as what we
A
wanted.
beach festival,
It is a
but
beach festival, but
they don't know it's
people-
related to
yeah,
dancing.
need to be clear about what they're
Right,
getting
because the
into.
beach festival, then people are gonna come with different ideas.
Yeah, right.
Yes.
So
Right.
that's why we had to change it. It's still on the beach, still
Okay.
exactly the same.
Also, there's beaches everywhere. So
Yeah.
It's
True.
one beautiful thing about Cebu.
Yeah, so that's what we're focusing on.
So
And
when is the next SBKZ?
Da-da-da-dang, you're coming with us.
See, I also can't travel as much because I've got a son and I've got a business, and I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
It's only 9 days.
wow.
What's 9 days? Yeah. So it's April 8th to
16.
16th, but the festival weekend is actually 11, 12, 13.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
So we have 3 days of pre-parties, 3 days for the
main
festival, and 3 days of the
After
after
parties.
parties.
Parties, wow. So
Because
much.
a lot of
you know how we do it.
Yes.
because we didn't market it strictly as a dance festival. We really showcase like different places you can go, different things you can do. So
What's
that's why
amazing
a lot
about
of people
Cebu-
come early,
Yeah.
and then a lot of them stay longer too.
Right.
Yeah, because they get to experience like, because like the waterfalls, the canyoneering.
Yeah.
all
So it's
that.
all part of it.
Island
So,
hopping.
so that's your way of
Yes.
kind of like showcasing Cebu. to the
Yes,
world.
Yes.
because
Right. Right.
we love Cebu. It's
Right.
it's a great city.
So are you guys? So my late wife was Cebuano.
Yeah.
So she would always say like, I'm not Filipino, I'm Cebuano first.
Yes,
Yes.
exactly.
So are you guys that?
We're
that's-
Cebuano
Yes, they were
first.
Cebuano. So if they ask, like, where are you from? Cebu.
Cebu.
It's always Cebu first.
Always Cebu first.
Cebu first.
Right.
But yeah.
Right. So for people who don't know, so every time I mention to people that I lived in the Philippines for about 12 years, they're like, oh, so you speak Tagalog? I say like, no,
No, no,
No.
don't start.
don't go there. There are other parts to the Philippines. Which other parts? There's Cebu, there's Mindanao, there's
Yes.
places, and oh, so you speak Tagalog? It's like, dude, don't go there.
60 plus languages.
Yes,
Yes.
yes. So when I tell them, like, no, Bisaya is the second largest language there, they're like, oh, Bisaya, and then oh,
Yeah.
So so Cebu has kind of stayed under the radar in terms of how Philippines is marketed. Why do you guys think that is so?
That's a serious question.
Yes.
So, but I don't know. Actually, would like to talk to the Department of Tourism. If you're listening to this,
watching.
if you're
Yeah.
watching this, let's talk.
All right.
No, but
Yeah.
seriously, it is being pushed. We do see efforts of it. Like I think
More now.
Yeah,
compared
there's
to before.
there's more now because the current Secretary of Tourism
tourism is
is
from
from Cebu.
Cebu.
Ah,
So yeah,
There you go.
there has been a lot of progress in that area.
okay. So because since I got back here, I got re-involved back with the film and TV stuff and everything else, and I wrote a script before. It's called Love's Language, where the Malaysian character falls in love with the Filipino character, and the location was just revolving around Cebu because we were like, oh, where will we shoot Manila? I said, dude, we are not shooting in Manila.
It's not romantic.
We'll go to Cebu. Cebu, like, yeah, I've got all the places. And so Cebu is a cinematic heaven. You can say, the
It's true.
mountains.
It's very dramatic.
Yeah.
No?
Like when I want to drive down to Dumaguete, I love that drive
Yeah.
because that road at the side where you
Yeah.
see Alex, beautiful. or I had a friend who was a diver. So his goal in life and was to go deep sea diving with whale sharks. And just to piss him off, I took a weekend drive to
Oslo.
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 I just
paid
swam with
like
him.
paid like what $50 my money,
Yeah.
and I had the whale shark kissing me, kissing my butt.
Yeah.
I'll take a picture like, dude, I don't need no driving license. So it has that kind of wonderful
Yeah, it
things
has
that
everything.
is within reach. I've never seen waterfall in that color. Kawasan.
Oh,
Kawasan,
Kawasan.
yeah.
Kawasan. It's
Yeah.
like what?
It's like
Why?
it glows, no?
Right? It's very turquoise.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
So-
different now too. They really like cleaned it up since the
Oh,
last time
oh
we were
yeah,
there.
they did a lot of improvements on it,
Yeah.
so it looks even more like amazing. The color there.
Right.
It looks like it's edited. But
It does.
Yeah,
Photoshop
yeah,
edited.
it looks like it's Photoshop,
Yeah,
but it's
so
not. That's the
when
natural
when I
color.
show the picture, people are like, "Nah, you no, dude, this is
It's
how it looks
not-
like."
It's not edited. That's
Yeah,
how
yeah,
it really looks like.
Yeah. So, being that Cebu is vastly different than how Manila is and everything else, um, how are you guys bringing over your movement or your dance movement to the rest of the Philippines? Like, do you go to Manila? Do you go to Mindanao?
We've
Oh.
had students that come from Bohol, from Davao, from the Bacolod. They actually
Yeah,
come
but
to
we're still talking
Cebu.
to the Visayas region here.
Yeah.
But,
And then we've had dancers that from Manila that come to Cebu as well, or
Yeah.
sends us messages
Right.
like,
Yeah, they
"Hey,
do.
when are you coming to our place to like do something, to teach something,
Yeah,
to
but
do a
we are
workshop?"
going.
Yeah,
We're because they're also organizing festivals in Manila now.
So we're also
We're supporting like all the other organizers. If they send us a message like, "Hey, come and support it," like, all right, we're there.
right.
So there's a festival in Manila in June or something, and they asked us to come and support them. Like, yeah, we're there.
Okay. So, what is the end goal for you guys when it comes to this dance movement? Do you want to have like a huge dance company with hundreds of dancers, or franchises of your dance business? Or
Wow. So like we said before, this has always been like a passion project. That's why we put so much work into it because we really want to see the community grow. So we've done that. There's, I think, and it's still continuously growing. But the next goal is always to train the people who are going to be next in
the
line.
next one?
Yeah.
Yes, continuity because it shouldn't end with us.
Right.
And right now, because we have a child,
Right.
we have to wake up
look
early.
at the bigger picture
So
now.
yeah.
Right.
So we cannot stay out late as much as we want and like be energetic at night as much as we want to. So we were really that's the goal now. Like,
And the team has been growing as well. Before we were
Yeah.
4, now we're about like 12.
Wow.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So right now we're here, but the socials there
They're still
are
running.
Oh, it's
Yes.
oh
It's
wow.
an all-girl team that's running it now. Yeah, so we
And
have
some
two-
of our team are also with
Yeah,
us
some
here
of the
to
team is also here with us, so
Okay.
we can actually function now with that. With
So it's like, yeah, but you guys have given it so much, so long
Oh,
ups
it's
and
getting
downs.
there.
Like,
Yeah.
COVID must have been hard for you guys too.
oh
Right.
yeah,
Yeah.
it was hard for everyone.
Basically, it's just holding hands and you can't.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we were the
last
last.
one to actually.
You know, the dance studios were the last ones to open
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
out of everything.
Okay. So how did you guys transition? How did you guys do? What did you guys do during COVID time, man? It's like for myself, I'm used to running workshops, seminars,
Yeah.
and um, out of a month, 3 weeks I'll just be flying. I'll be in Bacolod, I'll be in
I
Yeah.
Mindanao,
remember this. Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And I didn't believe in online teaching. Like what online teaching? And then COVID came and I had to do
Had no
online. So I
choice,
spent
yeah.
money investing in a studio like this,
Mhm.
and I was just doing it online for about 2 years. And so
You were in Cebu when the pandemic happened.
no, I
No.
came
Oh,
back.
you were already here.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah. And the funny story about the pandemic is that so I was supposed to have a workshop with one of my clients on Saturday, and I was flying in a trainer from Malaysia. And when he was leaving, when he's taking off, he's like, "Sir, I heard that there's gonna be this pandemic and
Yeah,
lockdown,"
like
and I'm
a-
like, "This will never happen. This never
Yeah.
happened." It's great. The moment he landed, I got a call from one of my clients saying, "Like, dude, the government's gonna close out the border. You gotta get out." So the very next morning, I took the same flight with him, and I just left and never been back since.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's
Yeah.
pretty much like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. So
True.
how did you guys make it through?
Stay relevant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
we did a lot
We
of.
had a baby.
Yeah,
Just
so-
before the lockdown.
Yeah. We had a
So
baby
that kept
before
you
that.
busy.
Oh, very
So,
busy.
like 1 year, it was good for us too because we spent the whole year and a half
Just,
just
with
focused
on the
on
baby.
the baby.
Right.
So
So,
we weren't really focused on like the stress that was going on,
Right.
all the noise, so we could
yeah, 100% just
yeah.
Right.
towards him.
Let's talk
But-
about.
And then with salsa, we did a lot of like online just interviews with our teachers, our coaches, and they
We
would
did
give
like-
them like we're actually asking them the same questions, like what are you doing, how do you stay like relevant,
How do you
and all
stay
that.
inspired?
Yeah, how do you stay
to-
inspired? So do you have words for our students, for our
Yeah.
dancers? So we've been posting all those as well during that year.
And he
Right.
was doing live DJing
Yeah,
on Facebook,
Right.
yeah.
just so people can still hear the music, so
Right.
they can still remember. So yeah.
Right. So let's talk a little bit about parenting. So that's a different adventure altogether, right?
Oh yeah.
Very different.
Oh, wow.
Any regrets?
Nope.
No, none,
Yeah.
never.
Yeah. Because before I became a parent, I was like, why would anybody be a parent? It sounds so expensive and pointless. And then I became a parent. I'm like, oh, I understood from my perspective. And I became a single parent very quickly.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, it's a different thing. But how is it being parents? I mean, you guys have seen the world, you've seen dances, you've seen different cultures, different environments. But for 1 year, you can't do any of it. Just you're limited. Like you gotta be parents to this kid. So
Yeah,
That was great.
yeah. The 1
Because-
year was good.
Because we didn't have like a lot of our friends were having like mental issues and stuff like that, and because we had the baby, we had like something that kept us occupied.
right.
So that was it. Just he was basically like what was saving us.
Yeah, a lot of reading online, like what to do, what's best for the baby,
Right.
and really applied
Parenting
it.
stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what we were doing during like the first year of lockdown.
first year and a half.
Right.
Yeah, actually,
Like,
yeah.
the first year
First
and a half.
yeah. Wow. Okay. How old is the son now? Son, right?
For
4 turning 5.
Does he dance?
he does 1, 2, 3,
Yeah.
and just the
Ah.
shoulder.
Oh, he does the shoulder shimmy. Very good isolation.
But during
Natural.
our like events now, we bring him every now and then.
Yeah.
Right.
So this way he gets to talk to other people, not just like kids, especially like after the lockdown.
Hmm.
So he was always around like grown-ups. So he talks like
Like an adult.
Yeah.
an
Yes.
adult
Right.
now. So
Yeah.
and just being open to like different cultures.
Yeah. But that was also the challenge when we decided that he needs to go to school because he doesn't know how to talk to kids.
Yeah.
It's true. Like he doesn't know how to talk to kids.
So he talk very fast, and all the kids are still like just a few words.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, right.
So, and then like lots of books about like different languages. So with like different colors in different languages.
So he's getting confused now.
Yeah, he's getting confused.
Between red and rojo.
Ah.
Which one is which?
So does he speak Bisaya?
A few words. A few
He
words. He
understands.
understands.
Yeah, but yeah, we started with English.
Right.
Because like growing up, it was always easier to transition to school and learn like the learning stuff. It's easier if you
That's
start with
one
English.
thing about Cebuanos I've noticed that English is very good and it's always a priority in most households. So when I went there first, I never really had, because I've been to Manila before. I have a huge problem with the Manila accent when they speak English. I can't process it because it's not an accent that I hear often.
Okay.
And English is not that easy in Manila because they go to default to Tagalog first.
Yeah, that
When I went to Cebu, it was so much more easy to assimilate because everybody spoke
English, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, at different levels.
Yes,
but
but yeah, but it's understandable enough, and it's there is no distinct accent that you can't make out the words per se or something like that. So that's one thing about Cebu. Language is easy, and I picked up Bisaya over the years that I lived there because you need to scold people, right?
yeah.
Seems like when you scold them in English, it doesn't get through.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're like,
Yeah.
It's
just a
fine.
foreigner.
Yeah. So when you go, I can't say the words here.
Yeah, no, no.
But I'm like, okay, hits home harder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like for us, like if you swear in English, it's okay. No, it's okay. They
Yeah.
understand it, but they're used to it because the movies they say it all the
Right.
time.
Yeah.
But if you say it in Bisaya, it's just more.
There's more emotion behind it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, he's serious.
He means it this
He
time.
needs it this time. Yeah.
Right. So now that you guys have been coming to Malaysia a while, and I know a lot of Malay words have similarities with Bisaya words, like
Yes.
kanan. A lot of similarities in some words. Do you see similarities within the Bisaya side of the Cebuano way of doing things and here in Malaysia that when you come over? Or is it like very different to
Oh
your
no, no. It's very similar because both are very friendly.
Yeah.
Like this is why we say like if we had to move somewhere else in Asia, we'd probably move to
KL?
Malaysia, to
Malaysia,
KL.
right.
Yeah. Well, food first.
Right.
It's awesome.
So
But, yeah.
so a little bit of to get you guys in trouble. Which food is better? Filipino foods?
We are not going there.
No, it's 3D printed food.
We are not having
Yeah.
that discussion. You still want to go home?
Right.
Different
but
flavors,
yeah,
but all
different-
very
they're-
good.
Yeah, because every culture does something like
Right.
really, really
Their
well.
signature dish.
Right.
that
And it's
you just keep
shaped
coming back
by
for.
it's shaped by
Yeah.
the environment and the years it took to
The
shape.
only thing that I really miss in the Philippines is Senor Pedro and this other
The lechon manok?
manok.
The lechon.
Lechon. There's this one in Manila. My friend owns the store. Aidas.
So that's in front of our son's school.
Okay.
Aidas barbecue.
Yeah, my friend owns
But
it.
they're from Kuan man, Bacolod.
They're Bacolod.
The original Idas.
Yeah, the original Aida, but the guy's from Santo Niño village.
It's right across.
Right across.
Oh,
It's
okay.
huge, man. And
He called his friend huge.
he is huge. John, if you're watching this.
He called you huge, man.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah. So I used to go there almost all the time, and then, but it's not good for you because
Yeah,
the
barbecue food is-
rice
Yeah.
and you have to put all the soy sauce, the chicken oil. Oh my
chicken
god,
oil.
Oh, chicken
Oh,
oil.
chicken
That's
oil.
so bad for you. But
But it tastes so good.
Yeah.
It's so
So I
good.
miss that. I miss that. I miss that. I miss that. What's the name of the franchise of the Lechon Mano?
What?
Jollibee owns that green color one.
Ah, no.
What is
That's
that?
the manok. Kanang manok sa Jollibee.
Manginasal?
Manginasal.
Oh no, that's good.
That was
Like
good.
that's a really good franchise
Right.
to have, by the
Yeah.
way.
Yeah.
So
Ever seen a Manginasal
I was
empty?
like,
Never.
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 Yeah,
It's
never.
always full.
So
Yeah.
Philippines is also where I learned about this feature called Unli Rice. I'm like,
Ah, it's
Yes.
great.
I'm like, what do you mean Unli Rice? Like, they'll give you unlimited rice. Like, well, why? That's how it is.
Because
Yeah.
it's rice is life.
Rice is life.
Rice is life.
Yeah. So in Asia we share that culture where rice is life. Whether you go to India or Malaysia, Vietnam or Thailand, rice is life. And you see Asians are generally, the size. They don't really like if you go to the Western part of the world, see huge, big
Well,
Western people.
genetics I think,
Yeah.
also plays a part, and diet.
Right.
Because they also have winter, so they gotta bulk up, you know.
Right. So, how much rice do you guys usually have when you?
When we come here or just back home?
Back
When
home.
we come here, we eat more.
But the rice is here, not unli.
It's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay. We can order another cup. It's fine.
Right. So, what are some of the places that you guys like in Malaysia when you come here? Where is it like a regular place that you go to
All the
beside restaurants?
No, beside restaurants,
Mhm.
man.
the market.
The market is always great. The
Central
grocery.
Market, no?
No,
And the
the
groceries.
grocery, because every
Yeah.
time you know,
Right.
nobody really does. I can say this safely.
Uh-huh.
Nobody really does good Malay food
Right.
in Cebu.
Yeah,
So
there is no good Malay food in Cebu. I'll tell you that there is none. Zero.
So we buy the spices in the
spices.
market.
So our kitchen is full of spices, so we
right.
can
Yes.
survive.
Right.
Because even like the fried fish you do here, right? You
Yeah,
just
yeah.
fry it,
Yeah.
And then you
put
add it.
Yeah, yeah,
sauce on
yeah.
top, like
So
changes the whole
before,
thing.
when I used to live in Cebu, I would come back. I would have a 30-kilo luggage. It would just be spices.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's what
Because
we do.
historically, you guys did not have that spice roots. You only had the Spaniards who gave you guys black pepper.
Mhm.
Well, because the like for example for Cebu itself, our food is shaped, of course, by our weather.
Mm.
So it's a very abundant.
Mm.
It's a very abundant island.
Yes.
So focus is always on the freshness of the food. So that's
Yes.
why like the food in Cebu is sutukil,
Yes.
sugba to akila. So sugba is just
Grilled.
anything with just salt. That's
Right.
it.
Because it's
Yeah.
fresh.
Because
Yeah.
it's
Freshly
fresh.
caught.
Yeah.
So it's about the freshness of the
Yes.
protein that you have.
Correct.
So tua is the
Ceviche.
clear broth.
Mhm.
It's just salt and like the onions and stuff like that,
Mm.
but no complicated flavors
Right.
because the focus is again on the freshness of that ingredient. And ceviche, which is kinilaw,
Yes.
it's again same thing.
Yes,
Focus
raw
on-
Vinegar
fish.
and raw
yeah,
fish,
raw fish, but on the
Yeah. So, I thought I had great seafood here. No. So one thing I miss about Cebu is that the seafood's level of freshness and the taste is different
Yeah.
altogether.
Yes.
yeah,
It's like-
it's not. It's better if you buy it from the market because
Yeah.
it's like,
So, what is that market?
where did you go?
The open market that's nearby the port.
Pasil.
Pasil?
Pasil.
Ah.
So I would go with my late wife.
Really?
She wouldn't let me go by myself.
Yeah, no.
She says you'll die.
You know, she hasn't
Maybe-
been.
I
No?
haven't
You've
been.
not?
No.
Wow.
Nobody would take me.
So we had an incident. So we were at a market here, and then I told my late wife like, go buy some prawn.
Hmm.
So she went like, I don't see any prawn, and I'm like, what the hell is that? She says, it's not prawn. It's called shrimp. Like what? You see that sign that says tiger prawn? Like, yeah, that's not what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when I went there, like, I saw what a prawn was, and I okay,
Yeah.
That's
we
a
have
prawn.
shrimp.
Yeah.
So
Prawn
it's,
is
and it's
Yeah.
so abundant and it's wonderful seafood. So my only qualm there was like every time I would eat the seafood outside there, I'm like, if this was cooked with spices,
Yeah.
this would be amazing. So that became my business model.
Mm-mm.
So I had my home office. I rented this bungalow. So I live upstairs. Downstairs, I made up the kitchen very nice. So my clients would come over once a month just to sample my food. Because they're like, why does it taste so good? I'm like, spices. and then they would go and they would see all these different spices and everything else. And I'm like, why you have so much turmeric? And it's just like regular turmeric that we get here. Is the Baba's turmeric is like very cheap here.
Yeah.
Right? So
It's expensive
It's
there.
so much expensive. And it's like, wow.
It doesn't grow there. It's not local. It's not we have ginger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think there was a time they were starting to grow turmeric tea and
Yeah,
everything.
now
right?
Yeah,
we do
now we
have
do.
it, but
Yeah.
I'm not sure, but I don't
I
think
think the
it is.
flavor is slightly different.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a
More
different. The soil is
gingery.
based on
Yeah,
different
yeah.
soil.
Yeah.
And I remember walking in the market, and this Filipino girl came up to me and said, like, "So, would you like to try a dash of turmeric tea?" My wife would be like, "He's Indian. He's drowned in it. It's not gonna do anything to him." Okay, a dash, really? That's nothing. That's nothing. You cut his veins, it'll bleed turmeric.
Probably true.
Yeah. So I was even in that limitation, the way that the food is prepared is amazing. Like I found some. I never got into ceviche because I'm like nah.
It's raw.
Yeah. But some of the best sashimi I've had was when I was in Cebu. Because like the
Oh,
tuna
yeah.
sashimis and everything.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
it's really fresh.
And you guys have messed up my sashimi experience forever because when I come back here and they give me sashimi, like It smells wrong. It looks wrong, and it doesn't melt in your mouth like it does because like the tuna sashimi is actually.
It's because previously
Mhm.
we had a very active Japanese market that would fly in for tourism from Japan like
Right.
weekly. I guess those flights stopped,
Mm.
but when they were there, like the whole AS for tuna
Yes.
was filled with like
Japanese
so many
restaurants.
Japanese restaurants,
Yeah.
and that's how they were able to hone it. Yeah, it has to be this quality, otherwise
Mm.
it won't. They won't come and eat it.
Yeah.
So
But
that's it.
and then now when I left, it was a lot of Koreans. Is it still like that
Yes.
now?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
So if you wanna go eat after salsa night,
Mm.
only the Koreans are open.
Ah, okay, okay, all right. So, John, let's go individually to you now.
Good.
So, I know you were like a knife maker, right?
Yes.
So, do you still make knives?
Not as much anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So now we're focusing on our jewelry side.
Mm-hmm. Jewelry.
Yeah, we started with jewelry first.
Okay.
Like my dad started it in
It's like gold. And
81. No, it's mostly silver and turquoise.
stuff. Okay.
So my dad started the jewelry business in 81.
Mhm.
My mom started the knife business in 83. So
who's
now
more, who's more cutthroat, mom or dad?
mom.
It's just the knife business.
Yeah. So yeah, now we're focusing more on our jewelry.
Jewelry.
Yeah.
Okay. So, do you make jewelry?
My mom wants me to start making them
Right.
again. I used to make them when I was young,
Mm-hmm.
when I was like about like 6 or 7.
Mm-hmm.
They'd teach me how to use the torch to make the silver
Oh,
balls
wow!
before.
Great parenting.
Yeah.
Go play with
Oh,
fire.
this was the 80s.
80s.
Yeah.
So that one,
Run
and
with the
then
knife, please.
It was a different
a
time.
different time,
Different time.
and then it evolved to like making earrings.
Right.
I remember out of like beads and like, porcupine needles.
Mm-hmm.
So started with that,
Mm.
and then well, grade school and everything, and then shifted to making knives,
Mm-hmm.
and now hopefully going back to silver work.
Silver. So you're a metalworks guy. So your name would have been John Smith back in the days. Okay. So what are your aspirations for your dance movement, John? I mean, like yours, like because you DJ as well.
Yes.
You're a pretty good DJ, pretty cool DJ. And,
Hopefully.
yeah. So what are your aspirations? Are you gonna go? Do you want to be like the Tiesto or Cebu someday?
No, no, just I don't know. As like for the DJ aspect, just continuing to just make people dance.
Mhm.
But right now we're training 3 others as well.
Oh, to be
I'm training
DJs?
them to be DJs. They're all. That's why our socials are running,
Mm.
because
Oh,
there's
they're
two
DJing.
two of them there
Girls
here now.
too.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, you should hear them.
Wow.
So and then they come from different backgrounds as well. So one's more EDM.
Mm-hmm.
So she does more of like the party
Mm.
salsa and bachata songs. One likes the slower sensual movements. So and then one is with us now. He's Indian,
Mm-hmm.
so he likes all the upbeat music as
Yeah.
well. So we have different vibes.
Mm.
So we just keep it in rotation. So the scene doesn't get boring.
Right. So, do you
just continuing
do,
that?
do you plan on starting your own DJ academy in Cebu?
No,
No.
it's too much work. I don't have time.
Right.
No,
With
it's
knives,
It's just
jewelry.
training.
Yeah, it's just training.
Right.
Growing the
So-
next
So how does
generation.
one let's say somebody from Cebu is listening to this or watching this and they're like, you know what, I've always wanted to be a DJ. I don't know where to go. How do they come up? Do you offer classes, sessions? How do they apprentice under you?
Wow,
Wow.
apprentice.
I don't know. Like for us, um, like, so to get people to understand like the songs, because we have like 4 different genres,
Mhm.
they need to learn to dance first.
Mm.
So when they see the dance floor, they know what to play.
Mm.
So because the dancers are all different every time. So if there's more salsa dancers, you have to play more salsa songs. And then you have to also see what type of salsa dancers there are.
Mm.
So you can
Are they
play
sucky ones
specific
like me,
songs.
or they really
No,
good?
no,
Oh no, not like that. So like if there's more like Cuban salsa dancers, then you
Right.
have to like really play that type of song.
Okay.
So and then if there's more bachata, then you play that like more bachata, and then it depends what type. So it's just having them learn to dance first, so they know what they should be playing.
Right. Right.
So-
So it goes back to
To
dancing again.
yeah.
Right. So it begins with dancing, it ends with dancing. Hey.
So what do you tell them, Gani, the new DJs? Like your goal is not to play your music.
Yeah, not to play your music, but play what the people will
Oh,
dance
people's
to.
music, like the rock.
Yes.
Yeah, no, what
No.
keeps them on the
What
floor?
keeps them on the dance
Right,
floor?
right.
So the challenge is like never have the dance floor empty.
Hmm.
And then like if it's not empty, if you see someone that has been sitting down the whole time,
Mhm.
but you know like they're dancers, so it's how to get those people sitting down to dance. So that's the extra challenge for them. So
Okay. All right. That's
so far they've
interesting.
been doing good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Wow.
You should hear them.
Yeah.
Yeah, come back.
I-
April, right? 9 days.
9 days.
And then like our last festival too, we had a DJ from Australia
Yeah.
who gave like a boot camp, and they all
Oh.
joined.
Oh
Yeah.
wow.
So, because like a lot of DJs in Cebu, they don't really like teach like how to DJ,
The technical stuff.
the technical stuff.
Hmm.
So we have like more professional DJs to come
Right,
and
right.
actually share.
Yeah.
So,
He was very good because he was like not gatekeeping information
Yeah.
at all. Like he
Ah.
went above and beyond what
it was normally like 3 hours. It ended up like being 6.
Wow.
It doubled, yeah, because he was just
Because he was just sharing all the
Sharing,
information.
amazing.
So, because like when they started, they didn't know what questions to ask, and then he got all excited because like, oh, now they're asking me this, and then he realized how much work he's put into being a DJ, and like he was happy because it actually meant something to other people, not just him.
Right.
So
Okay. Why did you want to be a DJ?
I had no choice.
sorry.
I'm not joking. Yeah, I had no choice.
Because it
No,
was,
yeah, before they started with like laptops on like iTunes.
yeah, and I was making the music and then dancing too. And I'm like, you do this.
And then it evolved to like, okay, I'll do the playlist. It
Yeah.
was a time when like the MP3 player
The
started.
tiny one.
The tiny ones, we still have it.
Oh god.
So just plugged and like random music. And then people started to like, oh, it's the same song every night. So then it had to evolve into like, okay, finding new songs, finding what to play,
Yeah.
learning to dance more so I understand their movements. So,
And then learning how to mix. You have your own mixer, the whole.
yep, I have 2 now.
And he wants more.
Yes.
Ah.
Because it's
Always-
addicting actually, like on just getting people to like move
Right.
to like what you're playing.
Right. Right. Okay.
And he doesn't use the laptop anymore.
No more
Just
laptops.
live.
Or just live mixing,
Very fancy.
Yeah, fancy, huh,
Oh,
John?
and he's training the others too to
To do the same.
yeah.
Nice.
So in some of our venues have like the bigger decks.
Mm.
So I always tell them like, okay, don't rely on the laptop, just go.
The student has
into the
become
fire.
master.
I wish,
But
but just put them directly like, okay, play this,
trial
and
by
trial.
fire. So
Yeah.
they said it's nerve wracking, but
Yeah, but they evolved like really
and-
quick.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
So,
Well, it's been one complete circle, right? Where you picked up dancing and then picked up music, and now you're building pathways for the next generation to do it and everything else. It's in my perspective, it's a wonderful thing that you're doing for Cebu as a whole, because when I first went there, there's nothing much to do there, because I don't drink, so that was a problem. And I, I I come from KL, so it's a big city, and Cebu wasn't.
Yeah.
It was a big shock for me.
Yeah,
now.
and
Yeah.
most everybody knows anybody, or you're at least like
Yeah.
a degree away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I became very friendly with a lot of people there. And it's wonderful. I become what they say naturalized after a few years.
But you do talk to everyone. Too,
Yeah.
So
Yeah. because there's no one like it's just
Just talk to everyone.
there's nothing
Yeah.
nothing wrong.
Even during the dance classes, talking to everyone.
Pay attention, Amar.
Diba?
Okay, back to class. Back to class. Focus.
Focus, focus.
Yes.
And then when you go social dancing, instead of dancing, you're talking. Come on.
Less talking.
I get paid to talk, so yeah, that's me putting in hours. Yeah, but guys, it's been great to see this wonderful circle come full circle in my viewpoint of how I see you guys have evolved and grown, and you have your whole team now, and they will have teams, and it's just like multi-level marketing, except that you're not conning people.
Pyramid scheme. Oh my
Like they
God.
tell 5 friends and they tell 5 friends and they tell 5 friends, but this one everybody's dancing in the end.
Yeah.
So that's a very, very good thing. So thank you again.
Well, thanks for having
Yeah.
us. It's been
Oh.
nerve-wracking.
We did not get into trouble. So,
No. Yay.
so that's it for this episode of Life Unscripted with Amar Delon. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. For the next one, let us help you broadcast your podcast. Life Unscripted.
That was true though. We'll just keep talking.
Yeah. Non-stop. See, he never talked about like the class, just like somebody from the class. It's good.